Time now for Rocky Jordan.
You can't always be right, but with the practice I've had, it doesn't take long to spot a phony. She had on low tan Oxford shoes, service-weight hose that disappeared under the hem of a very new-lookish tweed suit. Her hair was plastered down in a severe updo that left her ears sticking out as perfect resting places for the brown tortoiseshell arms of her glasses. She was carrying a brown leather briefcase, and the end of her nose was tilted just a little as if something smelled. I thought so, too.
Again, we bring you a story of adventure with Rocky Jordan, proprietor of the Cafe Tambourine, which stands in a narrow street off Cairo's native quarter in sight of the Mosque Sultan Hassan. The Cafe Tambourine, crowded with forgotten men of the waterfronts, alive with the babble of many languages. Now, Rocky Jordan, and tonight's story, Up in Flames.
Yeah, from her hairdo to her round-toed Oxford shoes, she looked 100% businesswoman. I mentally turned up my sales resistance to medium and sat back. She learned her lines for the role by heart.
Mr. Jordan, I am Miss Bates. I represent the International Fire Insurance Company with head office in New York. I am certain that you already carry fire insurance, but with the rising costs of building materials and good labor, is it adequate to replace your establishment if it were to burn to the ground?
Oh, Miss Bates,
I am certain it is not, Mr. Jordan. My company, sensing the trend of the upward spiral in replacement costs, has decided to extend for this fiscal period an added inducement policy covering the differential in costs that has developed.
Now, look, Miss Bates, no doubt what you say is true, but I'm not interested in any more fire insurance.
Mr. Jordan, your attitude is typical. But under the current circumstances, don't you think it would be wise to reconsider?
What circumstances, Miss Bates?
Surely, Mr. Jordan, you must be aware of the unusual number of major fires in Cairo in the last 3 months.
All right, sister, drop the act. What's the pitch?
Mr. Jordan, you do me a great injustice. In almost
Oh, excuse
every
me.
case...
Hello, Cafe Tambourine.
Hello, Rocky Jordan.
Speaking.
Oh, Rocky, this is Lefty Miller. I met you in the back room of Gus Gimlick's snooker parlor, remember?
Oh, yeah. How's the broken nose and cauliflower ear business?
Same as always, Rocky. I'm in a semi-final bout tonight at the American Club. You coming to the fight?
Oh, I thought I'd drop in. Why?
I'd like to have you come down to my dressing room before my fight. I got a little favor to ask.
Why not ask me now?
I can't, Rocky. It's something personal. It takes too long to explain over the phone. What do you say, Rocky, huh?
Oh, okay, Lefty. I'll stop by.
Swell, Rocky. I'll leave a ringside ticket for you at the information desk.
Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it. See you tonight, Rock. Goodbye.
Now, Mr. Jordan,
Oh, you still here, Miss Bates?
here's my business card. Both day and night telephone numbers are on it in case you wish to reconsider. One never knows when a conflagration might cause irreplaceable loss.
Oh, I'm certain one doesn't, Miss Bates. Well, if I change my mind, I'll let you know.
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Agrazian, who owned the frozen food lockers at 937 Kamal Street, Mr. Tanut, who owned the hotel at 3014 Shari El Modafar, and Mr. Shoop, who owned the drugstore at the corner of Bakil and Canal, felt exactly as you do. Now, since their establishments have been completely destroyed by fire, they are very glad they reconsidered and took out adequate protection with my company. You might check with them, Mr. Jordan. They might help you to change your mind.
With that clincher, she closed the door and left. I decided to check up on her little game, so I ignored her card, looked up the telephone number of the International Fire Insurance Company in the phone book, dialed the number, and asked for the manager.
This is Mr. Temple speaking. Who's calling, please?
Oh, I want some information about fire insurance. I already have some, but I need more. Will your company issue additional insurance?
Oh, indeed we will, sir. In fact, at this very time, our company, sensing the trend of the upward spiral in replacement costs, has decided to extend for this fiscal period an added inducement policy covering the differential in costs that has developed.
Oh, that's fine. Now, if I wanted a salesman to call, who might I expect?
I will arrange to have our star salesperson contact you in the morning. Her name is Miss Bates. Who is this calling, please?
That was what I figured was wrong with the deal. It was too pat. Everything fitted together too well. No flaws. And maybe Sam could spot one. So I called him.
Cairo Police, Captain Sabaya.
Jordan, Sam.
Well, what is it now, Jordan? How many bodies and where are they?
No bodies, Sam. Just me.
Is this a pleasure call?
Oh, could be. How's about taking the night off and going to the fights at the American Club with me?
Oh, I would be delighted, Jordan. Only Commissioner Barrowmead takes a rather dim view of his men relaxing in such a manner while on duty.
Oh, it's too bad, Sam. Some other time then, huh? Oh, Sam.
Now it comes out. All right, Jordan, let's have it from the beginning.
You're in a rut. All I want's some information.
I'm waiting.
You got any leads on who's been setting all the fires we've been having lately?
Jordan, if you know something we do
Calm
not...
down. I haven't got a thing. What about all those fires?
Well, every one of them, causes unknown, owners away at the time, no evidence of arson. Luckily, most of them were adequately insured.
With the International Fire Insurance Company, Sam?
How did you know that, Jordan?
With the claims paid?
Every one of them, Jordan. What are you running into?
A blank wall, Sam. See you later. I decided to forget about Miss Bates and her fire insurance. I had about 2.5 hours to kill, so I did a very strange thing. Went out into my cafe, sat down, and had a steak on the house. It wasn't bad. Maybe I should do it more often. I picked up my ringside seat ticket at the information desk of the American Club. The attendant told me Lefty Miller's dressing room was number 7 in the basement under the gymnasium. The first preliminary was already underway upstairs. Lefty's door was open. He was sitting on his rub-down table, a faded purple dressing gown over his shoulders. His manager and his sparring partner in second were just finishing tying up his shoelaces.
Rocky, come on in. Hey, look, Mac, you and Benny step outside for a while, will you? I want to talk to Jordan alone.
What's the idea, Lefty? You'll be on pretty soon.
Never mind. You and Benny wait out in the hall. This won't take long.
Okay, if that's the way you want it.
Rocky, Gus Gimlick says you're a right guy, that you don't mind doing a favor now and then.
Well, I'll return the compliment when I see him. All right, what is it? I came down to see the fights, remember?
This won't take but a minute. Rock, my wallet's in my coat pocket there in the locker. Get it out for me, will you?
Sure. This it?
Yeah. There's $250 in it. Take the dough out, will you?
Okay. Now what?
Quick, stick the dough in your pocket. They might come back in. Now, here's the favor. When you go back upstairs, I want you to bet it on tonight's... Oh, get the phone for me, will you, Rock? I got my gloves on.
Hello?
Hello, Jordan.
Yes, Sam. How'd you find me?
I called the information desk to have you paged on the loudspeaker. They said you were in Lefty Miller's dressing room. That's how.
I'll buy that. What do you want, Sam?
Jordan, if any of my men stop you as you are hurrying back to the tambourine, tell them you are going to a fire.
What's that?
I'm trying to tell you, it just came over the teletype machine. The tambourine, your cafe, is on fire.
Thanks, Sam. I'm on my way.
Hey, Jordan, where you going? I ain't finished.
No time to explain, Lefty. I didn't get to use Sam's advice. Nobody stopped me. I pulled up in front of the tambourine. Business was going on as usual, so I wheeled around to the back. There'd been a fire, all right. Seemed the trash barrel had caught on fire and smoked up the back wall of my cafe a little. If this was a practical hint to buy more fire insurance, I didn't like it. I went inside. Miss Bates' card was still on my desk. I called the night number. A man answered, but I didn't hang up.
Hello, this is Mr. Temple speaking.
Oh, I called earlier today for some information.
Oh, you're the gentleman who called. We must have been cut off or disconnected.
Yes. Would you please give me the phone number or the address of your star salesperson, your Miss Bates?
Who is this, please? And may I ask why you want that information tonight?
Well, never mind, Temple. Just give me your phone number or her address.
Who is this speaking, please?
My name is Jordan. I run the Cafe Tambourine. I want to talk to you, Miss Bates, about a little fire.
Mr. Jordan, can't the discussion take place tomorrow? Miss Bates is asleep now.
What, at this hour? Wake her up and get her to the phone.
Mr. Jordan, I am seldom abrupt with a prospective client, but I am afraid you're overstepping your bounds. This apartment is my home. Miss Bates is my wife, and she's worked very hard today. If I do not choose to awaken her, that is my prerogative. Good night, sir.
Well, that was that. It was too late to go back to the fights, so I tore up my ringside ticket and went out into the cafe. About 45 minutes later, Lefty Miller's fight manager, Mac, walked in, spotted me, and came over.
Jordan, I want to talk to you.
All right, go ahead.
Let's go in your office.
Oh, real private, huh? Okay, come on.
Hey, Jordan, why did you come to Lefty's dressing room tonight?
I'm an admirer of muscles.
Oh, smart guy. What went on in there?
Look, if it's just $250 you want, here. He said he wanted me to bet him on the fight, but I left the club before I could make the bet. Well, what's sticking in your craw?
You wouldn't be knowing that Lefty took a dive in the third round and didn't even make it look good.
What?
Look, Jordan, I don't appreciate guys getting to my boy. When I find out for sure it was you who did it, I'm coming back.
Time's up. End of bout. Beat it, Mac. Take Lefty's dough with you. Mac took the $250, gave me a dirty look for a receipt, and slammed the door behind him. Now, things had been jumping all evening. I hoped they'd quiet down, but they didn't. They started happening two at a time. Come in. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Jordan.
Jordan, this is Sabaya.
Oh, hello, Sam.
His name isn't Sam, Mr. Jordan. It's Timothy.
Keep quiet, will you?
What's that, Jordan?
Oh, not you, Sam. No, go ahead.
Oh, wait, dear Mr. Jordan's
Perhaps
on
you
the
did
phone.
not know, but since I talked to you last, there has been another fire.
Why tell me?
Well, you seemed so interested earlier tonight.
Is this a pleasure call, Sam?
Indeed it is not. The American Club Gymnasium has burned down and your prizefighter friend Lefty Miller is lying dead.
Lefty's dead?
Burned to death in dressing room 7. I am calling from the main building of the club. I want you to come down immediately.
Okay, Sam. I'll be right over. Now, you there. What are you...
Good evening, Mr. Jordan. When my husband, Timothy, here, told me how agitated you sounded on the telephone earlier this evening, I realized you must have reconsidered.
So we got dressed and hurried right over.
Now, Mr. Jordan, just how much additional fire insurance do you think you will need?
Rocky Jordan returns in just a moment. On New Year's Day, CBS will devote every facility to accurately bring you the happenings in Pasadena, all the beauty and color of the parade, and the thrilling play-by-play description of the Rose Bowl game. Now back to Rocky Jordan and tonight's story, Up in Flames.
It all started when Miss Bates, tweed suit, horn-rimmed glasses, and briefcase, had tried to sell me some extra fire insurance. I didn't like the deal. I couldn't put my finger on the spot where it left the straight and narrow, so it still bothered me. Item 1, the prize fighter named Lefty Miller, who took a dive in the third round of his fight, and his manager blamed me. Item 2, a fire in back of my cafe tambourine. Item 3, and this is where things started happening two at a time, Sam Sabaya called me on the phone. And at the same time, at 11 o'clock at night, who should walk into my office but that certain Miss Bates and her husband, Mr. Temple. Subject, fire insurance.
I said, Mr. Jordan, how much additional fire insurance do you think you'll need?
Well, look, something has just come up that's going to delay my decision.
But, Mr. Jordan, you see
The American Club gym is burned down.
Oh, good Lord, another one.
And a prize fighter was burned to death in his dressing room.
Oh, how awful.
And Captain Sam Sabaya wants me to come right over, so if you'll both pardon me...
We'll do more than pardon you, Mr. Jordan. We'll drive you down there. Come on.
It came out during the ride that the American Club was insured with International. I had a feeling it would be. There was still some equipment and a lot of people around when we arrived. Mr. and Mrs. Temple went looking for Bert Johnson, the manager of the club. I went looking for Sabaya. I found him with some of his men in the basement of the gym. He turned his flashlight on me as I came up.
So, Jordan, you finally got here.
Yes, Sam, now that I'm here, why were you so anxious for me to come down?
I thought perhaps the atmosphere here might induce you to tell me what is going on.
Sam, believe me, I would if I could, but
But
I
I
can't.
can't. You mean you will not? Very well, Jordan. Look around you.
Sam began pointing things out with his flashlight. They weren't pretty, especially the body lying beside the burned rub-down table. Sam played his flashlight on the lockers, then over to the wall in the back. He held it steady for a moment on the electric light fuse box. A little metal door was hanging open. Is that what caused it, Sam?
No. If there had been a short circuit, the fuse would have burned out. I checked them. None of them is burned out.
Any ideas?
Perhaps you would like to explain what you were doing here earlier this evening.
Lefty Miller phoned this afternoon, said he wanted me to come to his dressing room before the fight. He wanted to ask me a favor.
Yes, go on.
It turned out he wanted me to bet $250 of his money on the fight. You called before he could do it. That's all, Sam.
Thank you, Jordan. I might have known you would not tell me the truth at this time.
Sam's like that. This was once I didn't blame him. That didn't make much sense to me either. I knew I should get to Lefty's manager, Mac, before Sam did. I wanted to clear up a few things, so I took off. On the way downtown in the taxi, I figured Gus Gimlick would know where I might find Mac. I checked my watch. If things were running normal in the back room of Gus Gimlick's snooker parlor, they'd be getting the results of yesterday's races short way from the States. Now, we finally pulled up in front of Gus's place. I told the driver to wait, walked down in and through to the back room. Things were running normal. They were waiting for the results of the fifth that Tanfor ran. It wasn't hard to spot Gus, even in the crowd. He was all Greek and a yard wide. Weighed a little over 300 pounds. He looked up from a form chart as I walked over.
Hello, Rocky. You'll have to hurry if you want to get the bet done. The fifth is about to start.
Horses are entering the starting.
Oh, thanks just same, Gus. I'll sit this one out.
Suit yourself, Rocky. You got something on your mind?
Yeah. You know Lefty Miller's fight manager, Gus? His name's Mac.
They're all in the starting
Yes, I know Mac. He's not very smart, but he's honest. Why?
Well, I want to get in touch with him. Know where I might find him?
And there they go.
Yeah, the fifth race is started.
Blue Flash is going to the front. Ernie Keltner is second. Maximilian is third. Day's End is fourth. Flying Knight is fifth. And up in flames.
Where can I find him, Gus?
Later, Rocky, after the race.
Blue Flash in front by a nose. Ernie Keltner is second by 1 length. Day's End is pulling up between horses and is now third. Maximilian is fourth. Flying Knight and up in flames.
Who's the favorite, Gus?
Day's End. But most of these guys got bets on the long shot. Up in flames.
Up in flames?
Ernie Keltner is third. Flying Knight is fourth. Maximilian is fifth. And up in flames.
Up in flames. They said it was a hot tip, Rocky.
Day's End is second by half a length. Flying Knight is third. Ernie Keltner is fourth. Up in flames is fifth. And Maximilian. And there goes Up in Flames. He found a hole in the rail and is moving up between horses.
God, Gus, your bankroll's going up in flames.
It's Blue Flash, Day's End, and Up in Flames. Now it's Day's End and Blue Flash and Up in Flames. They're in a drive and coming down to the line of finish. It's Day's End and Up in Flames. And Up in Flames gets up to win it by a nose. Day's End is second, and Ernie Keltner is third in front of Blue Flash.
Too bad, Gus. You can't win all the time.
Don't worry, Rocky. I'll get it back. There are still 2 races to go. Now they'll all bet on the long shots.
I hope they do, Gus. But to get back to where I can find Mac.
Oh, yes. I don't know where he lives, but he hangs around Lefty's apartment all the time. It's 847 St. George Street.
847 St. George Street turned out to be a medium-sized apartment house in a middle-class neighborhood. I paid the driver and walked up the 6 stone steps to the entranceway. The entrance light was burned out, so I scratched a match. The name Lefty Miller was on the mailbox numbered 311. I started to flick out the match and stopped. Just under it on the mailbox numbered 211 was the name Mr. and Mrs. Timothy Temple. It was a mild shock, but I'd been waiting for something like this all evening. Things had to tie together, and maybe this was it. I went upstairs and knocked on the door just under where it said 311. I hoped the door would open. It did. And I got another shock. This one gave me the full treatment.
Well, Rocky Jordan, come in.
It was Lefty Miller, and very much alive.
Come in, Rocky, come on in.
I went in. Lefty seemed glad to see me. While I stood there trying to believe my eyes, I noticed on a long table about 5 or 6 radios with their parts scattered all around them.
I'm glad you dropped by, Rocky. Did you get that bet down on me to lose?
This may come as sort of a mild surprise, Lefty, but not more than an hour ago. I left your dead body lying in 3 inches of sooty water in what was left of dressing room 7 after the fire.
My dead body? Fire? What fire?
You don't know that the American Club gym burned down?
Well, no, Rocky, but what do you mean?
There was a body in your dressing room that everyone figured was you.
Good Lord, Benny.
Benny?
Yeah, my sparring partner in second. Rocky, this is awful. They'll say I killed him.
Well, did you?
No. I'll admit we had a quarrel. I knocked him out, but I didn't kill him.
Wait a minute. You said just now, did I get the bet down on you to lose?
That's what Benny and I had to fight about. I didn't tell him I was going to take that dive in the 3rd round.
And it was a phony dive.
Sure, I admit it. Benny bet on me to win. He was sore about it. He swung on me after Mac left. I let him have one on the chin, left him lying on the rub-down table. I turned out the lights, closed the door, and left, that's all. Hey, you didn't bet my money on me to win, did you?
I didn't bet your money at all. I gave it to Mac when he came over to my cafe later.
So that's where he went. Maybe he figured you got me to take the dive.
Why did you?
That was Gus Gimlick's idea. I owed him some money. Some horses I bet on decided not to come in. He said if I take the dive in the 3rd round, he'd cancel at that.
That's a quick way to end your fight career.
As far as I'm concerned, it's over right now. I wasn't making any dough in a fight game. Not enough bouts. I've been making my rent money repairing radios.
It's quite a hobby for a prize fighter.
I picked it up during the war. Essential industry kept me out of the army.
Oh.
Hey, let me show you the combination screwdriver and soldering iron I invented.
No, some other time.
Hey, what did you come here for, Rocky?
I was looking for Mac to convince him I didn't get you to take the dive. I guess it won't be necessary now.
No, I guess not, Rocky. Going already?
Yeah, but you'd better stick around. I think you're going to have another visitor. An official one. Lefty shrugged his shoulders, picked up his combination screwdriver and soldering iron, and turned towards the table with the dismantled radios. I closed the door and walked down 3 flights to the front entrance. The timing was perfect. Sam's limousine pulled up at the curb just as I was going down the 6 stone steps.
Jordan! Jordan, what were you doing in there?
Talking to a very much alive dead man, Sam. You'll find his story very interesting.
No doubt, Jordan. The body is not that of Lefty Miller, but of his sparring partner and second, Benny Myers. Miller was seen leaving the club quite some time before the fire.
Yeah.
Jordan, a penny for your thoughts.
You just rang a bell, Sam. See you later.
Jordan, come back here!
I guess Sam figured he knew where he could find me later, because he didn't follow me. I grabbed a taxi at the corner and headed for dressing room 7 of the American Club gym. I didn't ask for permission, and nobody tried to stop me. Just as the 4th match was burning my finger, I found what I was looking for. 14 minutes later, I pulled up at 937 Kemal Street at the charred remains of Mr. Agrazian's frozen food lockers. The next stop was 3014 Shariel Modafar, and what used to be Mr. Tanut's small hotel. From there, we wheeled around and went to what used to be Mr. Shoup's drugstore at the corner of Bakil and Canal. Then I gave the driver the address of 847 St. George Street and settled back to count my evening's loot. Adding them up carefully, they would just come to the price of the new American airmail postcard. I told the driver to wait, ran up the 6 stone steps and went inside. This time I knocked on the door right under where it said 211. I figured when the door opened, it'd be Timothy Temple. It was, and he was in a bathrobe.
Mr. Jordan.
Thanks for asking me in, Temple.
What do you mean by forcing your way in like this? What do you want, Jordan?
I'm onto your game, Temple. Did you ever see these before?
You're asking me to identify 4 American pennies, Mr. Jordan?
They're yours, aren't they?
How would I know? Look, will you please go? Mrs. Temple and I were about to go to sleep.
Who is it, dear? What is going on? Oh, Mr. Jordan.
Well, you look quite different without your glasses, Miss Bates. Mrs. Temple.
Mr. Jordan, I don't know why you forced your way in here like this, but will you please go? We would like to go to sleep.
With that radio on in the bedroom? Sounds more like you were dancing.
Mr. Jordan, that radio is not in our bedroom. It is in the apartment upstairs. That awful man plays his radio day and night. And what is more, he is a prize fighter, and when Timothy reprimanded him, he offered to knock my husband's block off. We're going to move just as soon as we can find another apartment.
It's just possible I could be wrong about you two.
What are you getting at, Jordan? Why did you want me to identify those 4 coins?
Let me ask one, friend. Who besides you and your wife would know to whom you had sold extra fire insurance?
It is odd you ask, Mr. Jordan. My husband and I have tried to keep that information a secret between us, discussing it only here at home. The number of our clients having fires is alarmingly high. The head office is quite disturbed.
What would happen if you could prove those fires were deliberately set just to collect the insurance?
Why, we could force them to return the money and put the guilty persons in prison. But what makes you think the fires were not accidental? There's no proof.
I've got the proof, Temple. Wait a minute. You stay right here. I've got an idea. I left Mr. and Mrs. T looking at each other without saying a word. I didn't count the steps between 211 and 311, but there weren't many. I tried the door of 311. It wasn't locked, so I opened it.
And here they are.
Lefty was gone. The music was coming from one of the radios. I walked over and turned it off. Mr. and Mrs. Temple's voices were coming out of a pair of headphones lying on Lefty's work table. It all fit now. I had my answers. I walked over to the phone and called Sam.
Cairo Police. Captain Zabaya.
Jordan, Sam. Any of you boys around this time of night?
Certainly. Why?
If they want to know where you're taking them, tell them you're going to a fire.
Jordan, what are you talking about?
No time for details, Sam. Meet me at my cafe as soon as you can. Maybe we can catch the guy red-handed. I think somebody's getting ready to set fire to the tambourine. Hurry, Sam. When we pulled up in front of the tambourine, there was no sign of Sabaya. I tossed the driver a 5-pound note and reached for my keys as I crossed the sidewalk. Except for the little service light in the back of the bar, the cafe was dark. I opened the front door, started for my office. I figured I'd find him there. I was just about even with the foot of the stairs going up to my room over the office when the upstairs door opened and he was framed in the light. I started up the stairs after him. He met me halfway and proved the theory that what goes up must come down. We untangled at the foot of the stairs and I swung on him. I should have known better. He was a trained fighter. He caught me right on the button and I went backwards against one of the service tables full of glass and silverware. I got up and started for him again. His back was to the front door. Just then, Sam, with full siren, pulled up out front. My opponent turned. His chin was silhouetted against the glare on the headlights, and I let him have it. And for the second time in one night, Lefty Miller took a dive. Only this time, it wasn't fate.
Rocky Jordan returns in a matter of seconds with the ending of tonight's story. On New Year's Day, the Rose Bowl kickoff will be at 2 instead of 3 p.m. due to the return of California to Standard Time. Remember to enjoy both the Tournament of Roses and the Rose Bowl game on your local CBS station New Year's Day. Now back to Rocky Jordan for the ending of tonight's story.
Well, I'll say this for Sam. When you really need him, he's right there. If there were more like him, the world would be much better off. But as usual, he wanted all the details. And from the beginning.
All right, Jordan. How did you know we would find Lefty Miller here in your cafe?
Well, Sam, it just figured. When I heard Mr. and Mrs. Temple's voices on the earphones in Lefty's room, I knew he'd been listening in on him. Maybe first as a gag, but he was the only one besides the Temples who could have known who they'd sold fire insurance to.
So he was the one who had gotten the owners to agree to let him fix up the accidental fires.
Exactly. He convinced them that he could do the job, and when they collected the insurance money, all he wanted was a percentage of the profits.
Jordan, how did you figure out he did it?
Well, first of all, Lefty was an electrician, fixed radios. He also had invented a combination screwdriver and soldering
Jordan,
iron.
Keep it simple.
Oh, I will, Sam. He went to those places and did a little work on a light switch. A couple of drops of solder in the right place. Then he put a penny behind the fuse to keep it from burning out when the short developed. All the owner had to do was to turn out the lights, lock up the joint, go someplace where he'd have a perfect alibi. After a while, the short would develop, and the penny behind the fuse kept it from burning out. And there you have it. Fire. Cause unknown.
But you still haven't told me why you knew he would be here at the tambourine.
It's the pattern, Sam. Lefty's sparring partner, Benny, must have caught on to him. So after Lefty knocked Benny out, he fixed the light switch in the dressing room, put the penny behind the fuse, turned off the lights, closed the door, and left. Perfect alibi.
But the tambourine, George.
Oh, that follows, Sam. He'd fixed the light switch in my bedroom. I'd come in and figure I'd forgotten to turn the light off. Finally, I'd turn it off and go to bed. Then when I was asleep, the short would develop. No tambourine, no Jordan. Up in flames.
Up in flames? You don't miss a bet, do you, Jordan? I wondered what you were doing in Gus Gimlick's back room tonight.
Rocky Jordan is presented from Columbia Square in Hollywood and stars Jack Moyles in the title role. Tonight's story was produced, written, and directed by Cliff Howell with original music by Milton Charles. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Time now for Rocky Jordan.
Things had been dull around the Tambourine until I got that invitation to the tent of a desert sheik. And it was a great party. The host was fine, the food was fine. And there was a dancing girl. She was fine, too. But I shouldn't have puffed on that Egyptian water pipe. 2 whiffs of that, and everything went up in smoke.
Again, we bring you a story of adventure with Rocky Jordan, proprietor of the Cafe Tambourine, which stands in a narrow street off Cairo's native quarter within sight of the Mosque Sultan Hassan. The Cafe Tambourine, crowded with forgotten men from the world's waterfronts, alive with the babble of many languages. Now, Rocky Jordan, and tonight's story, Death in the Sand.
It was all quite a setup. Rocky Jordan, the guest of honor of Sheikh Abbas Ali, in his caravan tent on the desert. But I didn't like the way the festivities ended up, with 2 wild tribesmen accompanied by a blonde named Diana Carrington dragging me into Cairo police headquarters on a charge of murder. I guess it all started early that afternoon. I was sitting at a back table in my cafe when a little fellow in native dress came shuffling my way.
Effendi, you are Rocky Jordan.
Who'd you expect, the Sphinx?
I am Ishmi, Effendi. I am a sand diviner.
I'll take it somewhere else, Ishmi. Try some of the tourists up front. They'll bite.
Wait, Mr. Jordan, one moment. Your future came to me as I was reading the sand. Tells of strange things for you, Effendi.
Yeah? Like what?
I will read the sand for you, Mr. Jordan. It reveals all, the past, present, and future. First, the pure white cloth on the table.
Look, why not just skip the hocus-pocus and get to the point?
And now on to the cloth. Sand of the Sahara from my diviner's pouch.
You're going to have to clean that up, you know.
Now I take the sand so in my fingers. I let it rain down between my fingers so. The mystic sand.
All right, just keep it out of my coffee.
Esma, I see it again. A letter.
That's standard.
This letter is to Mr. Rocky Jordan. It is you. You are this man. And now, I see a trip into the desert.
Still standard.
But now, Effendi, a beautiful woman. A sleek ash blonde, like pure crystal.
Oh, you're improving. Tell me more.
I will try, Effendi. No, she is fading. But wait. No, this cannot be.
Come on, Ishmi. Get to the payoff line.
No, Mr. Jordan, please. I cannot tell you this. Ka'ata.
Keep it in English and get it over with, huh?
Very well, Mr. Jordan. I see it in the sand. I cannot mistake it.
What?
I see death.
That's enough, Ishmi. Who sent you here?
No one sent me here, Mr. Jordan. I'm only an humble sand diviner. I have the gift.
Then take it somewhere else. You'll find plenty of yokels out around the pyramids. Imshi, Ishmi, Imshi.
Very well. I will leave, Effendi, as you wish.
Little Ishmi took his sand pouch and the hurt look in his face out the front way, and I sat looking at the pile of sand on the white cloth he'd left on my table. Every time somebody comes into the Tambourine with that sort of pitch, I begin wondering. And I didn't stop wondering when she came toward my table. She was beautiful, ash blonde, like pure crystal.
You are Mr. Rocky Jordan, I believe?
Why, yes. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Mr. Jordan, I am Diana Carrington.
Well, I'm glad to know you, Miss Diana.
Oh, thank you for being informal. Rocky, I have a letter for you from Sheikh Abbas Ali. Here, open it.
Oh, sure. My dear Rocky Jordan, I would be honored to have you as a guest at my tent on the desert this evening after prayers. There's a gift for you of rare beauty. I will await your coming. Signed, Sheikh Abbas Ali. Hey, this is all right.
You will go?
Why not? I understand the Sheikh puts on quite a party.
Ah, good. I'll pick you up here at the Tambourine at 6.
You mean you're invited too?
Certainly. Do you mind?
No, of course not. Okay, I'll be on tap at 6.
Good. I'm sure the Sheikh's gift will be a great surprise. Goodbye, Rocky.
Diana threw me a radiant smile and walked out. It occurred to me the sand diviner's reading of my future was coming true a little too fast. A letter, a crystal blonde, and a trip to the desert. I picked up the square cotton cloth Ishmi had left on the table. It was a napkin bearing the stamp of the Heliopolis Hotel. I decided my little sand diviner had a lot more to tell me, and the quicker the better. The Oasis room of the Heliopolis Hotel is fixed up like a Hollywood B-picture set. Papier-mâché palms, an oasis made of blue glass with some sand in it. I went in and sat down. Ishmi sat at a table across the room reading the sand for a couple of goggle-eyed tourists. He saw me, jumped, and looked quickly away. And my vision was suddenly blocked by a menu the size of a Sunday newspaper. On the front cover was the picture of one of the handsomest Arabians I'd ever seen.
Your service, monsieur?
Oh, I didn't bring my glasses.
Oh, then may I suggest our specialty? Rice of the Nile, exotic nuts of Arabia, spices from India, blended into a dish fit for a pharaoh's taste.
Bring me a plate of ham and eggs.
Ah, as you wish, monsieur.
And send that sand diviner over to my table. I'm worried about my future.
At once, monsieur.
The waiter stepped over to Ishmi and whispered something in his ear, but Ishmi stayed put. I waited. I finally caught his eye and beckoned to him. Instead of coming over, he turned and disappeared down a hallway, so I got up and followed. When I reached the hall, Ishmi was gone. There were several doors, and I chose the one marked manager. Seated behind a mahogany desk was the handsome Arab whose picture I'd seen on the menu. The picture didn't do him justice. He was clean-shaven, in perfect British dress. As he stood up, he towered over me.
May I help you, sir?
Why, you the manager?
That is correct. I am Asa Symbol.
Oh, I'm Rocky Jordan, Cafe Tambourine.
I am delighted to meet you, Mr. Jordan. Please be seated.
No, thanks. Looking for a little guy named Ishmi.
Oh, our sand diviner. You will find him in the Oasis room.
Not anymore. He's avoiding me like my creditors. I don't like it.
That is indeed strange, Mr. Jordan. Ishmi has been in my employ for 6 years. He is my finest attraction.
Well, then maybe you can explain what he was doing at my cafe this afternoon.
I am sure I do not know.
I didn't mind so much his scattering sand all over my place, but he predicted my future a little too accurately.
Oh, that is understandable. Ishmi is the finest sand diviner in all Cairo. He has the gift.
Don't tell me you think he's on the level.
Most certainly. He reads the sand for me often. Ishmi has never failed to predict the future.
Huh? Well, thanks. Sorry for busting in, Mr. Symbol.
No offense, sir.
Well, as your people say, may your mother give you many brothers.
Oh, so kind of you. But one brother was plenty. Even then, she could not tell us apart.
Well, I'd love to hear about it sometime.
Now I will find Ishmi for you.
No, thanks, friend. I wouldn't want to offend such a remarkable gift. Asa Symbol's eyes narrowed for a second, then he smiled and bowed graciously as I got out. A cover-up if I ever saw one. By now, a herd of elephants couldn't have kept me away from the sheik's tent. So I was waiting that evening when Diana drove up in her little Austin 7. We crossed the English bridge, honked a couple of dogs out of the way, and roared out past Giza. The road got rougher and rougher, and finally we made it to Sheikh Abbas Ali's encampment. 4 or 5 tents, camels, and goats tethered downwind. Sheikh Abbas Ali's tent opening must have been 6 feet high, but he had to bend down to come out.
Peace be unto you.
We appreciate the invitation, Abbas.
Alaikum salam, Sheikh Ali.
My house is your house. Come now inside. The food is prepared.
I've heard your meals even top my blue plate special, Abbas.
I trust you will enjoy it. Seat yourselves now. Oh, do you wish forks and spoons?
We'll take it your way, Abbas.
Rocky was a little surprised that you should invite a woman as your guest, Sheikh Ali.
You see, Rocky, we at times yield to the customs of your people.
You are very gracious.
We all said Bismillah, then the sheik gave us kush-kush and watched us burn our fingers eating it. There were about 5 courses, all hot. We finished eating, and then the sheik politely suggested that Diana go to the tent of his wives. She went, and Abbas watched my reaction.
There is a reason, not for the years of Miss Carrington.
Oh, so that's it.
Rocky, you are a non-believer, but you are my friend.
That's right.
I like you, Rocky, and I can speak to you.
Sure, shoot.
I live on the desert. I do not come often to Cairo, but now that I have come to Cairo, I can speak to you.
Sure, Abbas.
Friendship is a rare thing. There are passages on the matter in the Koran.
Sure. Now, what's this you want to talk to me about?
Rocky, you have no wife?
Hey, wait a second.
I do not suggest that you have 2 or 3 wives such as I. But one moment, Rocky. Now you will see something, Rocky.
Hey.
She is beautiful, no?
She is.
She dances with the grace of a palm frond. Rocky, she is my gift to you. She will be your wife.
Oh, now, wait up. There's nothing doing. You're very thoughtful, but I'm just not interested.
Oh, let us not argue. We are good friends. We will smoke the water pipe and then discuss it further.
She was light brown, the color of the café con leche the Spaniards drink in Morocco. She had on the veil over her face, of course, and a little bit more. We smoked the water pipe as she danced. We sucked the smoke up through the long tube from the water in the glass bowl of the water pipe. The sucking made the water waver. I could see the girl reflected in the water in the glass bowl of the water pipe. She seemed to waver, like a reflection when a stone is dropped into a pool. She tilted and wavered, expanded, contracted. I looked up. I wasn't looking into the bowl, but she was still wavering, like water. The music was a long way off. Water seemed to be getting in between us and filling the tent, the whole tent. Then I knew why. The water pipe. I'd been drugged. And as I drifted off into dreamland, I remembered what Ishmi had read in the sand. Death. And I wondered if I was the victim.
Rocky Jordan returns in just a moment. But first, here's a word about one of the most popular shows in radio. The program, CBS Radio Theater. And this week, you'll enjoy The Mating of Millie, a hilarious Cinderella story starring Glenn Ford and Evelyn Keyes. So start your week with a pleasant hour of fine comedy. CBS Radio Theater, Monday night at 6. Now back to tonight's story with Rocky Jordan, Death in the Sand.
Well, as I said, Ishmi, the sand diviner's predictions about my future were coming true a little too fast, including a beautiful blonde, a letter, and a trip to the desert. I checked on Ishmi with his employer, Asa Symbol, at the Heliopolis Hotel, but didn't get any satisfaction. That evening, the blonde named Diana Carrington and I went to the desert tent of Sheikh Abbas Ali. I smoked a water pipe and curtains. I don't know how long I was out, maybe half an hour. Then my senses slowly returned. Through the haze, and then more clearly, I saw Sheikh Abbas Ali still seated across from me, the water pipe still in his mouth. The music had stopped, and the dancing girl was gone. Sheikh Abbas didn't move. His chin rested on his beard. I spoke. He didn't answer. I got to my feet and moved over to him. I reached out and touched him. Then stiffly, grotesquely, he toppled over. I bent over him, and a sickening smell like ether almost set me spiraling off again. I heard the rustle of the tent flap and turned. It was Diana.
Rocky, I think it's about time we told Sheikh Ali... Why, what's the matter? Sheikh Ali...
Better not touch him, Diana. He's dead.
Dead? Rocky, what did you do to him? Why did you do it, Rocky?
I was drugged, that water pipe.
You were here with him every minute. You killed him.
Why should I kill him? Somebody must have drugged us both.
Samak!
Diana, what are you doing? You get those wild tribesmen in here.
Samak, hurry!
I want Miss Diana.
Both of you, look at your chief. Sheikh Abbas Ali is dead.
Who do this?
Rocky Jordan was here.
You?
Let go of me. Stop. Diana.
Hold it here.
Call off those 2 dervishes, will you? Get some sense into your head, Diana.
Now, Rocky, we'll see what the Cairo police think of murder. Samak, Abdul, bring him along.
The 2 wild tribesmen took me, one on each arm, to Diana's tiny Austin 7. We all piled inside somehow. Diana drove, and we roared into Cairo. At least it gave me time to get my head clear and have a look at things. I tried to figure Diana and Sheikh Abbas Ali. The tribesmen from the Sheikh's caravan obeyed her every command. The car screeched to a stop in front of police headquarters, The two hefty camel boys dragged me in right through to Sam Sabaya's office. Diana didn't wait for questions.
And Sheikh Abbas Ali lay on the carpet dead, and Rocky standing over him.
Jordan, kill him.
I'll do the talking, Samak.
Kill him with water pipe.
Don't be stupid. What would I have against Abbas Ali?
You were there all the time.
Yes. I told you I was drugged.
Please not calm yourself. All of you.
Captain Sabaya, how can we
Miss
become...
Carrington. Now, Jordan, you have heard the accusations. I suggest now that we hear your version of this affair.
Well, it's about time.
Go on, Jordan.
Diana brought me an invitation from Sheikh Abbas Ali this afternoon. The Sheikh and I were friends, so I accepted. Diana drove me out to his encampment herself. He said he wanted to talk to me alone, so he sent her to the tent of his wives. Then a girl danced for us. We smoked a water pipe, and I passed out. When I came to, Abbas was dead. That's all I know.
Miss Carrington, who saw Jordan commit this murder?
Why, well, no one actually saw him, Captain Sabaya, but Rocky was there.
I was drugged, Sam. How could I have done it?
Was Sheikh Ali also drugged?
I don't know. These overgrown sand fleas didn't give me a chance to find out.
Then there is little more to be learned until the body is examined, and that we shall do at once.
But Captain Sabaya, do you think that will be possible? The Sheikh's wives may already have buried him.
I have considered that possibility, so I must leave for the encampment immediately.
Well, what about me, Sam?
Jordan, it stands to reason that you would not have killed the Sheikh and then drugged yourself. So until your accusers find greater proof, I will release you.
You're letting him go, Captain Sabaya?
Yeah. These two wolves in Sheik's clothing waiting to tear me to pieces?
I would advise them to leave you completely alone, Jordan. Miss Carrington, I will talk to you again. Where do you live?
305 Sharia Danya.
I must ask you to stay there. And Jordan...
Sure, Sam.
Good. I may want to see you.
Fine. Just look in some dark alley. I'll be there, with a knife in my back. I didn't like the fire in the eyes of Shamak and Abdu, so I got out fast and caught a roving taxi. And I was off for the Heliopolis Hotel. Ishmi, the sand diviner, was the kickoff man in this game with death, and I wanted to know who was calling signals. It was about 11 o'clock at night when I walked into the Oasis room of the Heliopolis Hotel. Little Ishmi was still missing, so I scouted the dining room and the lobby. Then I went back to the manager's office. The door was open, but the office was empty. Something caught my eye. In the center of the desk was a white cotton cloth, and sand was scattered all over everything. I picked up the cloth, began looking around. Then I found myself suddenly suspended in midair as a powerful hand held me from the back at arm's length. Asa Symbol had stopped being polite.
Why do you come here? What do you want?
Set me down, Goliath, and I'll tell you.
Now, who are... Oh, Mr. Jordan.
Oh, who cut your chin, Mr. Symbol?
My chin? Why there...
Forget it. I'm still looking for Ishmi.
Ishmi?
Yes, your sand diviner. Come on, tell me where he is and I'll get out of here.
Ishmi is no longer with us.
Oh, why not?
Why, he is not reliable. There were complaints.
It's not what you said this afternoon. Where does he live, then?
Unfortunately, I do not know.
He worked here and you don't even know where he lived?
Perhaps you will find him tomorrow, out about the pyramids.
Yeah, maybe. Well, if he comes back, tell him I'm looking for him.
I will tell him, Mr. Jordan, most assuredly.
Where Asa Symbol fitted into the picture, I didn't know. There were a lot of things I didn't know, and only Ishmi could tell me. I fished in my pocket for a couple of piastres and moved outside to a beggar who frequented the corner near the Heliopolis. The first piastre paid off. I learned that Ishmi hung out in a den down in the Muxi section of Cairo. I tossed the beggar the second coin for luck and then caught a taxi. Compared to Ishmi's hangout, my Cafe Tambourine is as sedate as the tea room of the YWCA. Ishmi was there.
Mr. Jordan.
Sit right where you are, Ishmi, and get out the sandbag.
I am in no mood to read this sand. For 6 years I have faithfully served as a symbol. Now he discharges me.
Yes, I know. That's what happened between you and your boss.
Mr. Jordan, every night it was my custom to read this sand for Asa Symbol. He relied on me. I have the gift.
Sure. What happened?
But tonight I went to his office. I was ready with the sand when he came in. His actions were unspeakable.
Why?
Not simply because of my confession, but what happened this afternoon.
You mean when you came to the Cafe Tambourine?
Yes. I have the gift, Effendi. But when this man offered me 2 Egyptian pounds to tell you those things, I could not refuse. I confessed all this to Asa Symbol.
Wait a minute. Who sent you to the Tambourine?
Sheikh Abbas Ali.
He paid you to read my future?
Oh, yes, but I told you only what he instructed. I did not read it in the sand, Effendi.
Did Abbas Ali tell you to leave that Heliopolis hotel napkin on my table?
No, Mr. Jordan. That was my mistake.
Yeah. You bungled the job, Ishmi.
But I am most furious man, Mr. Jordan. Look, if you please. This menu I brought with me from the Oasis room. Read what he says about me.
The Heliopolis proudly presents Cairo's foremost occult specialist, Ishmi, the sand diviner, with the personal endorsement and affection of Asa Symbol.
You see? Now he throws me out, like a rat into the desert. I am most angry.
Yeah. Who's Diana Carrington, Ishmi?
I know of no such person. Besides, I have other... I must go.
Stay right here, Ishmi.
Let go of my arm, Mr. Jordan. Let go.
Oh, the police that scared you, huh? Hello, Sam.
Hello, Jordan. I see you found him for me.
Captain Sabaya, meet Ishmi, Cairo's foremost occult specialist.
Please, I am only an humble sand diviner.
Yes, of course. I only wish to ask you your purpose in visiting the Cafe Tambourine this afternoon.
Yeah. Tell Sam what you just told me, Ishmi.
But I told this man nothing, Captain Sabaya.
Hey, wait a minute.
About the visit, Ishmi.
I was not at the Cafe Tambourine.
Jordan, what does this mean?
He's lying to you, Sam.
I know nothing. This man just now came to my table, but I was in no mood to read this.
Oh, you little... Wait a minute. Come back here.
Let him go, Jordan.
Sam, he'll get away. He's got plenty to tell you.
Sit down, Jordan. I will find him when I need him again.
I don't figure you.
Jordan, why did you not tell me that Diana Carrington was Sheikh Abbas Ali's wife?
Say that again, Sam.
Diana Carrington is the wife of Sheikh Abbas Ali.
But how's that possible?
Apparently the Sheikh did not always stick to his caravan. And also you did not tell me that Diana was once a dancer in Casablanca.
I didn't know, Sam. Believe me. Listen, did you check Sheikh Ali's body?
It is gone. There is no trace of it or his caravan, and I do not fancy digging up the entire Sahara Desert to find him.
But it doesn't... Wait a minute. Hold everything, Sam. Supposing that wasn't Sheikh Abbas at all. Just a dummy.
Jordan, I have talked with both tribesmen who brought you in. They say it was the Sheikh.
Well, don't believe them.
And at the moment, I am not inclined to believe anyone.
You going someplace, Sam?
Yes, it is very late. I would advise you to get some sleep, Jordan.
Why?
For you, tomorrow may be a very busy day.
I sat there trying to figure my next move. I picked up the big menu Ishmi had left in his haste, the one with a handsome picture of Asa Symbol on the front cover. Then I took a pencil and tried to make like a London detective, writing down all the elements of the mystery. Sheikh Abbas Ali invites me to his tent. I'm a convenient witness to his death, also a suspect. His body disappears. The crystal blonde who took me there turns out to be his wife, which means that he'd been leading a double life. Scramble that all up with an Egyptian sand diviner, and you end up either cutting out paper dolls or doodling. So I doodled. Yeah, that made even less sense. Then all at once it made plenty of sense. I had the answer right in front of me. I grabbed the menu, did a fair imitation of a 10-second man out the front door, caught a taxi, and in 14 minutes flat I arrived at the house of Diana Carrington, the widow of Sheikh Abbas Ali.
Rocky Jordan continues after this brief announcement. Following the Monday night radio theater program, you'll want to stay tuned to CBS for My Friend Irma, one of radio's foremost laugh shows. So after radio theater, stay on for My Friend Irma at 7 Monday night. Now to conclude tonight's story with Rocky Jordan, Death in the Sand.
Diana had given Sam Sabaya her address at headquarters, and I remembered it. 305 Danya, in the foreign colony. Well, quite a layout for the wife of devout wanderer of the desert. By rights, I should have gone right to Captain Sabaya of the Cairo police, but this was too good. I wanted to see Diana.
Why, Rocky.
Hello, Mrs. Abbas Ali.
All right. You know. You killed my husband.
Let's talk about it.
No, Rocky, not here.
Sure. Well, maybe you'd like to call your two sand fleas in again.
They're gone. What are you doing here?
Looking for your husband.
He's dead and buried, thanks to you.
It's a fine act, Diana. Now go into your dance for me, minus the veil and the grease paint. It was a great show, Diana.
Very well, I admit it. Abbas Ali had a sense of the dramatic, I suppose. It was I who danced in native costume in his tent. He told me to.
Keep going.
That's all. I returned to the tent, and he was dead. You had killed him.
Now listen to my story, Diana. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Better get out of here, Rocky.
How till I show you this menu with a picture of Asa Symbol? Does it look familiar?
Why,
I'm quite a doodler, Diana. I drew a beard on him. All right, have a look. It's not George Bernard Shaw.
What's all this nonsense?
With a beard, Asa Symbol is a perfect double for Sheikh Abbas Ali.
All right, what about it?
Asa Symbol told me he had a twin brother. Was it Sheikh Abbas Ali?
Why, what difference does it make?
I thought so. While Asa Symbol became wealthy here in Cairo, Abbas Ali lived out in the desert with his caravan.
He chose that life.
But Abbas Ali started slipping when he met you. After he married you, he had to find a way to support you.
He loved me.
Sure. So you both dreamed up the whole idea. I was to witness the death of Abbas Ali, then he'd disappear. Only it wasn't Abbas Ali.
But you saw him.
And I might have been fooled. I should have known when I bent over him and smelled the ether. The ether from the spirit gum that held on his false beard.
You'd better forget it, Rocky.
All Abbas Ali had to do was shave off his beard, put on his brother's clothes, and suddenly he's the wealthiest Mr. Asa Symbol, and nobody's the wiser.
Abbas, he knows.
I should have been smarter. I was standing with my back to the hall drapes. A hand reached through from behind and again held me in midair. It set me down and turned me around, but this time it didn't let go.
Now, Rocky Jordan.
You nicked your chin with that razor, Abbas.
Diana, you will leave the room.
Do it quickly, Abbas.
Go at once.
Hurry, Abbas. Hurry.
More dramatics, Sheikh Abbas Ali?
Death is not for the eyes of a woman, Rocky.
You got plans?
Rocky, you were my friend.
Yeah.
I liked you, Rocky.
Take off the record. I've heard it before.
Friendship is a rare thing. It is regrettable that it must end.
No, I don't like it either. Listen, Abbas.
Asa Symbol is dead and buried in the desert.
Phony beard and all, huh?
He will never be found. And neither will you.
That's the way it is?
Yes, Rocky, my friend.
Okay. Then we might as well make it interesting. I suddenly jerked myself away from him, made for the door. He was big, but he was fast behind me like a panther. I had hold of the door latch, and I came up with both feet. Bounced off the big Bedouin like a rubber ball. His huge hand caught me across the face. I landed head first in a pile of chairs and mirrors. I swung a chair from the floor and caught his shins.
Kill, Bill, kill!
He lunged, kicking. I took the first one on the ribs, rolled away, and was up again. But only for a second. The next time I came up slowly, ready for anything. He stood there looking at me in surprise. Then he took 2 steps, sagged, and dropped hard on his back like a spread eagle. The peculiar scroll of a knife handle stuck out from his chest, like a wart on an egg. I spun around, and there in the open French window stood Ishmi, the sand diviner.
I am most angry, Mr. Jordan.
Yes, so I notice. Thanks, Ishmi. Too bad you had to kill him, but thanks anyway.
I did it not for you, Mr. Jordan. I had been wronged.
Yeah, sure.
Where is Miss Carrington, his wife?
Oh, she'll keep. Sam Sabaya is sure to be along any minute.
I do not fear the police now.
And I'll tell Sam you did it to save my life.
I had much greater reason. This man killed my faithful employer, my trusted friend.
Hey, wait a minute. You know this is Abbas Ali?
Yes. I know everything.
That he took Asa Symbol's place? How'd you figure it out?
Figure it out, Mr. Jordan? That was not necessary. Remember, Effendi, I have the gift. With the gift, it is very simple.
Oh, now, wait, don't tell me.
Yes, Mr. Jordan. I read it all. I read it in the sand.
Rocky Jordan is presented from Columbia Square in Hollywood and stars Jack Moyles in the title role. Tonight's story by William Fifield was edited by Gomer Cool and was produced and directed by Cliff Howell with original music by Milton Charles. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.